Sinners. Sinners. I don't even know why I'm whispering. Sinners. Welcome to the King Moolah TV podcast. Welcome. All right, y'all. Welcome to the King Moolah TV podcast, and my name is King. This is going to be a review about the Sinners movie, okay? Now, I watched it. This was a movie that I was interested in when I was watching a different movie. I forgot. It might have been a Marvel movie. And I seen this trailer. I was like, I'm definitely going to check it out. I think it was that when I seen the movie. That was probably like last year. And now it came out this year. And I went to go see it. Not the opening weekend, but literally the Tuesday after, like I said, in episode 68. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was better than I imagined, and it was definitely something that I watched again, okay? And it's something I will definitely watch one more time, at least one more time, in theaters. So let me get into it. There's a lot of things. I know in episode 68, where I was in the car, I was talking about it, and the audio was kind of bad. Sorry about that, but it was a great movie. And that was before I watched it. I had to watch it the day after I did the recording for In the Car. So that was, it was the anticipation for me, and they did not disappoint. Ryan Coogler did not disappoint. Michael B. Jordan did not disappoint. And all the people in the movie, all the other main characters and supporting cast, they did not disappoint too, man. This was a beautiful, beautiful thing. It amassed, apparently right now, it's sitting at 329 million. I'm not sure if that's only domestically or internationally or in total, but that's where it's sitting at. So I'm just going to assume that it's in total, and that is a great feat for a 90 million budget movie, or 90 to 100 million budget movie. Really, really good. Great return. Great investment, and it's still up from there anyways, because it's not done being in theaters, and it was being re-released in IMAX because of demand. It's a great movie to watch and see. Okay, it's not for kids. Don't bring your kids to that unless they're some teenagers. Then they see stuff like that. Okay, because there are some wildly inappropriate scenes that are not meant for kids to consume. But if they're a teenager, and if you're the adult and you can explain and talk to them afterwards about what they've seen, then, it's fine. But yeah, I'll try not to get no spoilers. If you still have not seen the movie, what are you doing at this point? Why haven't you seen it already? It's the talk of the town. It's been talked about for the past month. Man. So I want to talk about some elements that I've seen. First, let's talk about blues music. The blues music was heavy in that movie. Very, very beautiful. And it didn't feel like it was... It felt great to hear that. And even though it felt like somewhat of a lost art, especially nowadays, because a lot of the music is just like regurgitated. It's a bit soulless. People are regurgitating the same stuff, and then they're not actually, I think I heard this not too long ago, a couple days ago, maybe. They said something about R&B only. Well, I concluded or said something about it when somebody else posted on Threads, I think, and they was talking about how R&B music isn't the same. It's somewhere around there. It's a similar effect. R&B music wasn't the same because R&B stands for rhythm and blues, okay? But they only have, I said it only had rhythm and no blues. Like the rhythm was there, but the blues, like, where's it at? Where's the struggle? Where's the pain? Where's the story? Not there. In a lot of modern day R&B songs, it's just copy and paste toxic nonsense, and it became toxic to a point. Now it's toxic, and it's just like R&B isn't supposed to be about that. It's not supposed to be like that at all. Yes, they had some toxic things they said in the 90s, but overall, they were very clever about how they portrayed it. They were very clever in their ways to bring it out to us. And some were flat out and a lot weren't. And they were very creative. Like, a lot of creativity is lost because of, like I said, it goes into the music industry as a whole, just not providing any good music, real good music. You can play a song long enough for people to, like, all right, I'll listen to this, or they'll remember it, but it's just not good. There's a lot of music out there that they play on the radio. I think I've seen this also a while, that they play a lot of radio songs, because there's some statistic out there that said people only spend like 20 minutes on the radio, so they keep replaying the same songs over and over. And I can find that to be true, because there were time before I didn't have a CD or CD player to use, no CDs to put in the CD player in the car, or an aux or Bluetooth, and I had to listen to the radio, and I was switching radio stations, and a lot of the times some of the same songs were ending up on the different radio stations, and I'm just like, isn't this supposed to be this station? And it was just a waste of time. So it's a music thing in general with that. But blues is heavily influenced in this movie. Sorry for going off a little bit, but it was just a little something I had to say. Blues going off in this movie was really, really heavily influenced. This is set in the 1930s. Very, very nice. It was shot in New Orleans, but it was portrayed to be in Mississippi. This was a really phenomenal movie. The biggest thing is, like, the storytelling around it, and the history, a bit of a history lesson, and it had a bit of everything in there. Suspense, thriller. Some people try to categorize that as a horror movie, but it wasn't really horror. It's like, well, it took a page from like Jordan Peele's horror, like Get Out. It wasn't really horrible. It was like suspense and thrilling, but it's horror in the eyes of Black people, because Get Out is a true thing that Black people experience. It was just portrayed as, obviously through a creative lens. So it's just about recognizing the story and pattern of Black music. And it's a phenomenal story with a cast and everything. The characters were good. Look, I was so interested in how they made it. I wanted to see the behind the scenes, and how, even for just the little parts that, like the part where you see in the trailer where Michael B. Jordan, where the twins, Smoke and Stack, they were next to each other, posted up by a car, rolling the blunt. And that scene alone was the hardest scene to film. Because, he obviously had to use, he obviously had to play two people in the same frame. And that took takes. And I finally seen the type of technology that they used to make it look so smooth, and so, like, not having to use a double, and they didn't even have to use that many close-up shots, so that it can look like he's there even though he's in front of the camera. It's a beautiful, beautiful techniques of filmmaking, and I love filmmaking. It's really dope. I like looking behind the scenes, seeing how things are made, seeing how they shot things. That's one of my things where I like to look behind the scenes. When I get movies, I like looking at behind the scene things. Maybe that should be one. A series. Behind the scenes. But no, this is a great movie. I think the people should watch, give it a good time. Even though I went off on certain people, mostly Christians, who have an issue with seeing things that portray that they deem demonic or evil or this, that, and the other, who they just use those words too loosely. Because one, it's a work of art. It's a movie. It's not supposed to be something that you get consumed by evil by. It makes no sense. Millions of people watch these movies and watch a lot of horror movies, and guess what? They don't end up horrible human beings. They don't end up going on a killing spree just by watching like Michael Myers or something like that. Like, nobody does that. So to deem things evil, and it's just stupid. It's a lot of religious people. I'm not even going to keep it on Christians, but it is mostly y'all that's doing it. It's just a lot of religious people who act like things from their perspective are evil or deemed unholy or whatever. No, it's a great movie. You should watch. Even Lecrae, he's somewhat renowned as he's a Christian still, but he actually still went to go see the movie, and he still told people to see the movie, even though he had some critiques on it and some blah nonsense to say with it as well. But yeah, he still encouraged people to go see the movie, so I can respect him for that. So if you haven't seen the movie, you should definitely go see it. I think it's a very important thing that you should do. What I want to do, well, I haven't spoiled anything at all, but I do want to give y'all, well, let me see, by the trailer, from what I remember, yes, there are vampires in there. You should already know that. One of the twins definitely got infected. You should know that, because that was in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. So you should know that. Yeah, it's really good. It's a bit of the inappropriate scenes are very steamy. You know, they're very, very, very erotic. So like I said, kids shouldn't be there. Kids should not be there at all consuming something like that. They got to be old enough to see it. Okay? There's nothing there that they should see that even if it's okay. I'll spoil this. It's all these erotic scenes. They're fully clothed. Okay, there is no nudity, but you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. Okay, and they definitely tell you what they're doing. And every time I watch it, you know, when you watch a movie and you like watching a movie, you come back to it and you notice new things, especially the way that people are talking. And I've been in these threads. A lot of things that I came back to watch the second time, I noticed, and I'm just like, wow, this is a really great piece. And I like movies like that where you get to miss stuff and then you come back to watch it and you're just like, wow, it just makes it even better. It makes it an even better experience. And I definitely want to watch it the way that it was intended by the IMAX, the real, well, some people call it the LIMAX, but it's just the standard IMAX format. The other IMAX, the highest format of IMAX, I didn't see that in there. And the only way to see it is if I go somewhere far away to a movie theater that shows it in that way. It's called the IMAX 70 something. Hold on. Let me see. IMAX 70 millimeter film. That's the way that we were supposed to watch it. I thought I was watching it by watching the IMAX, but I was watching standard IMAX. Even though it was a bigger screen for sure. And I did see it well, but the way that I seen it, the way that I watched it 2 times, it looked like the same thing. But the way that I seen it on like some of these pictures that I seen in the thread, oh my, the picture looked even crispier. It looked really, really good. So I really want to watch it in that format at least one time. The IMAX 7 millimeter. I think I watched the IMAX, let me see. There's more. IMAX digital, IMAX with laser, IMAX GT laser, IMAX dome, IMAX 7 millimeter. There should be more. Hold on. Because there's supposed to be more. Let me look at this Reddit post to see if they got it. IMAX digital Xenon, IMAX 70 millimeter, the original IMAX. Okay, IMAX with laser, Cola, IMAX GT laser. Okay. Well, I guess that's just what it is. Yeah, they said LIMAX. Retrofit auditoriums based on the two primary categories to consider: the auditorium style and the projector technology. For auditoriums, two main types exist: IMAX GT and retrofits. IMAX GT are the massive ones designed for the original design IMAX of 70 millimeter projectors. However, they typically also feature dual laser digital projectors to screen non-70 millimeter IMAX movies. And the retrofit auditoriums, often called LIMAX, as I said before, are significantly smaller, sometimes only a fraction of the true IMAX auditoriums. They emerged when IMAX capitalized on its brand recognition in the 2000s. The majority of IMAX auditoriums worldwide are retrofits. They are smaller and inferior in quality. The other consideration is projection technology. Right, and that is the 70 millimeter IMAX, the digital xenon, and the IMAX with laser, which is the LIMAX. I think I've seen the LIMAX. All right, so yeah, you choose your way to see. So there is an IMAX list. The 70 millimeter, you'd have to look it up. Just put IMAX 70 millimeter movie theaters, and then you should find IMAX 70 millimeter movie theater list. You put that in to your search engine. Go ahead and do that. Ecosa, Firefox, Safari, DuckDuckGo. Go ahead, put it in that, and then you should be able to find that list, and then it'll tell you where it's at if it's in your area at all, or if you have to travel. Because it's not in my area at all, but it's cool. One of the best movies I've seen. This is my favorite movie of the year. That's all I want to say. This is my favorite movie of the year. I haven't even watched Marvel's Thunderbolts. I might come around to it. I don't know. Apparently, Marvel's Thunderbolts underperformed. Like, Sinners is $1 million off from it, but their budget was only 90 to 100 million, so they already passed their budget. And so let me just look at Marvel's budget really quick. Marvel Thunderbolts budget. Their budget was 180 million to 200 million. Then who said they underperformed? They didn't underperform sales-wise. They got their money back and they recouped. They made it. Who said that they underperformed? Man, it's the people on Threads. If this is what it is, 180 million to 200 million movie budget, and they made 330 million, I mean, they didn't underperform. It is a box office success. Clearly. It just didn't have a big opening weekend like Deadpool and Wolverine or Captain America's Brave New World. That's probably what I watched before I seen that. I think, yeah. The Marvels was the biggest MCU bomb to date. That's sad. But I probably wasn't even a bad movie. It's just because some Marvel fans are just weird. But that's for a different topic. Okay, Sinners is great. Go watch it. That's all I got to say on it. All right. So drink your water. Keep your hydration levels up. I'm going to drink some water after this. Get some sunlight if you can find sunlight. Apparently in the Midwest, it's still cold out there, which is insane to me. So get your dietary supplements, vitamin D's, and other nutrients to keep yourself healthy. And be kind to people. Take $0 to be kind to people. Whatever we're going through right now, even though with everything that's going on, you just gotta keep your head up and be kinder to people because you don't know what they're going through, and you can make their day better and also make your day better. All right. With that being said, I'm King. It's King Mullah TV podcast, y'all. I'm out of here. Doozy.